folks. It's time for more golf basics for total newbies. This is for people that wonder what golf is all about but have no idea. Don't know anything about the game. And today, we're going to find out what a driver is. Driver is also known as a number one medal. It's never called that. Everybody just calls it a driver. But basically, it's the number one wood. Why do they call it a wood? Or why did they call it a wood? Because they were actually made of wood. This is a 7 wood. But believe it or not, drivers in the old days were not much bigger than this. And, of course, then they went to metal. And when they went to metal, the technology slowly got better and better every year. And now, they're this big. This is a modern driver. This one is, I'm going to guess, well, I'm not going to guess. It says right on it, 460 cc's, cubic centimeters. Obviously, it's ginormous compared to the old school wood drivers that they used to have when Jack Nicklaus, for example, was in his prime. Didn't seem to impact his ability to play the game, but you can guess that the modern drivers are hitting the ball much, much farther than the old ones. Not only that, but the shafts are much better than the old days. This is a graphite shaft, and of course, players are much better. They're bigger, they're stronger, all the advancements of the game. But basically, the driver is the main club that golfers use off the tee to get the ball into play. You're saying use a driver off the tee? I use it in the fairway as well. I hit it, what we say, off the deck. That means I can use the driver, which is not made to hit off the ground, but I hit it off the ground. It's because I got skills, right? I mean, somebody like me, it's no problem. All you have to do is visualize it. Once you visualize it, you can hit the ball off the deck. And that's what I do. And it goes, I mean, I could just barrel that ball. A lot of times it doesn't land on the course. I mean, I've landed on a Dairy Queen. I hit a local mall. And one time I hit not only one, but 2 city buses. But the point I'm trying to make is I can hit it off the deck. So a typical golfer, average golfer, it swings, the driver will hit the driver about 200 yards. We're talking about a male golfer. And a skilled golfer, 250, and then strong golfers with high swing speeds and skill can hit it 275, 300, 290, 300 yards. Well, I mean, when I'm laying up, I hit the driver about 300. But when I want to go all out, let's put it this way. 390 is average. And on a good day with the wind behind me, 450 is within my range. What's that? Do I have any witnesses? Most importantly, it's the club, and for our purposes, it puts the ball into play and is used on holes where you want as much distance as possible. That means most of the par 3s, you don't use your driver because they're too short. And on many par 4s, you may not use your driver because they're either too short or they're too narrow, because the driver, although it hits the ball the farthest, is not the most accurate club, at least for most players. So for that reason, you'll use it on medium to long par 4s and par 5s. But the main thing about it is, it's also the most fun club to hit. You can get up and smash this thing. Now, you have to know what you're doing, but bottom line is, I think most people love to stand on the tee and swing freely with their longest, strongest club and hit it as far as possible. Hey, it's half the fun of golf. It's not all about short game and putting. Of course, those are the scoring clubs, but it's just great to get up on a Saturday morning, get out there when the sun is shining, and you just stand up on the tee and smack a big one down the middle. There's not a better feeling in the game. You know how you can tell a person's not a good driver? Just look in their closet, right? I mean, if their shirts are all spaced an inch apart and everything's nice and neat and all the shoes are on a rack, they're not all splayed around like in my closet, that person is not a good driver. Because they're too organized. They're too nice and neat. To be a good driver, you gotta be a little wild, a little bug-eyed. Right? A little crazy. That's how you add yards. That's how you increase your distance. Forget all those things the magazines are saying. Tap into your craziness. Tap in there. It's in there. I'm telling you, you just got to bring it out. That'll bring you the big drives. I know for a fact. It's science. The other good thing is about the driver is that because it hits this ball so far, you can use it as a weapon in a pinch. For example, let's say you come home and you see somebody running from your house with a TV under their arm, but you might have your golf clubs in your trunk. And if you do, take out your driver, tee up a ball on a nearby piece of grass, take a big drive, and you'll be able to bring them down from 200, 225, 250 or more yards before you would be able to do anything else. One time I came home, a guy was stealing my lawnmower. He was running with the lawnmower down the street. He was too far out of range, so I broke out the driver out of my trunk, teed up a ball. I hit him on the fly, on the first ball, from 600 yards. What's that? Was there any witnesses? Is that your question? I'm telling you, I took the guy out with a 600-yard drive from my front lawn. Got my lawnmower back. And then I sold it on Craigslist a week later, but still. Folks, that's our latest episode of Understanding Golf Basics for Total Newbies. People that have no idea about the game, but want to learn a little bit about it. Today we talked about the driver, the number one golf club in the game, and probably, most people will say, the most fun. That's all we have of the driver, and also all that malarkey I made up on the top of my head. Have a great holiday, and don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.